score is the actual cutting. And I'm using some gemstone cardstock that is made by Coordinations, my favorite cardstock company. I love this cardstock because of the weight of it. It has texture on one side and it's solid on the other. And this particular one has a really pretty pearlescent sheen on it. And so when I use cardstock like this for boxes and things like that, I always put it on my sticky mat face down so that it actually cuts the score marks for my scoring on the inside, because that's where I'm going to be scoring the box in order to fold it. So this will be the inside of my box. Inside is face up, the outside face down. So that's just a little tip for you before you get ready to cut. So now I'm going to go cut and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back and we have now cut it all out, as you can see. So now it's time to score. Now remember, I placed it down upside down on my mat so that it'd be easier for me to see all the tiny little score lines that are on here. So I've got my box and start scoring my little box. Now I'm going to score, remember, everything that's on here except the top and the bottom little folded tabs. So we're not going to score those because we changed the size and those score marks are not going to be correct on there. So here I go. Before I put the box together, I'm actually going to need to cut my window. 6 is actually cutting the window. I like to recycle as much as I can, and so I buy Cricut cartridges just like everybody else, and they come in the blister pack. Now the blister packs have a great piece of acrylic plastic on it that I always cut this part out and this part out when I cut into the cartridge. And so I just kind of use my Tim Holtz scissors. These things are awesome. They'll cut through a blister pack and then turn right around and cut your ribbon, no problem. And so I always cut the edges off like this. Cartridge out for later. I've got the new destinations. I'm so excited about that one. And then when I cut my cartridges, I just go ahead and cut all the flat piece, and then I discard the rest of it. So I cut this flat piece on both sides, and I have a drawer. As you can see, my scrap drawers over here. I have a drawer that I stick all my acrylic pieces in. So no matter what it is that I use, if it comes in an acrylic type package, I'll cut as much of that as I can so that I can save it for different projects. And then this is all that gets thrown away. So isn't that cool? Now I will cut my 2.5. There's my 2.5 by 2 3/4. There we go. Rub my fingers around that and make sure I get a good seal. And there's my acrylic window on the inside. There we go. That's how you do it. Everything is scored, and I've already folded it with my bone folder. Now I just put it together. Now to begin with, I'm going to put adhesive on only one tab. There's actually 3 tabs for this box, a tab for the side, one for the top, and one for the bottom. Generally, you would put adhesive on the side tab and the bottom tab. The top one you don't want to, but right now I'm not going to because remember my score line is going to have to change. So I'm going to go ahead and line my sides up. And just line it up with your fold. Like so. Okay. There's my box. Now I need to fold my bottom. Now the side fold-in tabs, you don't need to trim even though they are longer because we changed the size. It's okay, they still fit fine in there just like that. But here's where my score mark is not going to line up. Normally my score mark would be right here. And obviously, because I changed the height of it, it's not going to fit properly. So, what I do here is I take a small pencil and I make a little score mark of my own and line it up right there. And with my score, and score. There are several ways to put the hole in the top for your sucker. You can either go ahead and put the hole in pre-made on the Gypsy so that it cuts out with it. If you do that, I just used the little oval egg and put it on there. It was 0.25 of an inch. On this one I didn't do it because I wanted to show you that you don't have to put it in the Gypsy. You can always just take your eyelet tool and punch a hole in that way, or you could use your Crocodile or Big Shot. There we go. I've got my little Easter Bunny window in the front. Gonna fill it up with candy. I've got my pink jelly beans. Very cute. Stick those in there. And got my cookie ready to go down in there. There we go. Well, thanks for stopping by and letting me share my little Easter idea with you. I really appreciate both Pam and Maya Magoo inviting me to be guest designer today. I've had so much fun. I hope you had as much fun as I did. So thanks again, and have a great day.